Welcome back to Streamline Entertainment. It is Marvin speaking. Do bear with me, people. I've got a cold, but I'm trying to shake it off. We march on. Good morning, and everybody have a brilliant weekend. So Dawn Williams says, "Hi Marvin, another interesting video with good points." Yeah, first time I actually come across it, to be honest with you, and it was definitely someone in the public very, very concerned. Thank you for watching, Dawn. Jojo says, remember when Brad said on a post about doing another Ryan Cooney? So it definitely was associated with Lucy and co. She did do the GoFundMe or tried, but thank God he escaped, but allegedly silenced too. I agree, Joe. There's too much information, Joe, that tells me that there is a link there. And I've really looked into that myself and Ali. Maybe, like I said, it's a coincidence that Ryan Cooney's girlfriend is called Lucy as well. But like I said, it's not the first one that I've heard she tried to set up as well. Going back to the start of this case, Madeline Post says, ref to video Marvin about Ryan Cooney and the other lad being targeted and set up. I remember the scene at the rave where some kind of white powder was thrown into the public. I remember that. Madeline Post, it's called devil's breath and it's a very dangerous substance which also can be mixed in drinks. Criminals use it to incapacitate the victims. Yeah, I've done a few videos on this, meaning manipulative minds and erase memories. Could this dangerous rug have been used to spike Jay's drinks? And maybe because of this rug, therefore, also many young disappearance on Tenerife. Yeah, I agree. That's a really, really good point. The other thing, Madeline point in this case, why we're not getting convictions, we're getting the emails, which some of them are absolutely very, very alarming. But if you've not got the proof, or no one comes actually to confirm what happened, that they was taken up there, because it wasn't Jay that was taken up, there was other people as well. But like I said, if that's not going to come out and people are not going to talk about it, then we've got nowhere to go. Christy Coos, 007 detail, was scared for his own life and was followed. He knew something was seriously away in Masca. He changed afterwards. Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. I think he was told to leave or forced to leave. That's what I've got anyway. And like I said, he didn't really want to discuss everything. And in some of these cases, I don't blame these people, because there's a lot of weird stuff which I've heard recently. Myself and Ali's got emails, and it's not good. Hi Marvin, they can't hide forever. I truly hope that someone does tell what happened to Jay. Loyalties can and hope does change. This is my viewpoint, Izzy. There will be people who know what happened. And as for Dee Dee, she sits there thinking people will sign for Jay's law. I don't think many will sign it. It will take years for that. Still believe Warren doesn't believe the crocs of BS and his son has had an accident. Well, he said that from day one. He said that from day one, but he went along with it, which I don't think he should have. But he did. And I'm not saying we have to respect it, but it's up to the family on that mark. Tiger Feet, let the truth be known. Yes, yeah, I'm glad Peter is actually going for it with Break the Ice on there. Ian says, seems very ritualistic, the bullet case and dodgy coroner steps up again. There's an addiction issue when they take celebrities out too. Yeah, Ian, there's so much going on. One of the problems, Ian, we've got is that, yes, people can email, yes, people can basically send us private messages, but if there's no proof there, and they've asked us not to talk, then there's not really a lot we can do until basically we get some kind of confessions. That's it at the end of the day. London says, heartbreaking. Where are the rest of the questions for Ophelia, Ayub and Zach? Yeah. Janet says, DTR spends most of the time in Vietnam. Interesting. I've not really followed him that much at the end of the day, but look, I respect him for helping people, but I think he went a bit weird when he left Tenerife. Anna Hansen says, DTR was targeted by people who didn't want Jay found. Why else would he run out of Tenerife? He left so fast, he left his shadow on the way. That's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. I agree. Chris Jackson says Jay's law should be about education. On Real Friends, Ruggs would have never signed it. Definitely. everyone knows DTR was compromised when he went to massacre. Yeah, because wasn't he at the funeral and just before that hanging out with, that's a good one, Carney, and thank you, Derek. Derek says, Jay's law sounds a little bit like the McCann law, and I bet Mrs. Slater has a huge book deal in the works. She'll have a ghostwriter and it will be in Amazon Extra. And if a writer goes against the narrative or truth, it will probably be banned. Justice for Jay. Yeah, I think we're going down that avenue, Derek. Thank you, Carney. You have to be careful what you say, but I've always been honest and put what I said out there. Marie says, hi Marie, hope you're well. Haven't heard from you for a while. I found it strange that Mark made a post on Facebook asking public for any video photo information in Jay's case to send them to him. Gargisville or Lancashire Police, I know for a fact that a girl in Facebook groups sent Mark and Lancashire Police the post from a girl whose mother had camera doorbell footage. Another person sent photo to Lancashire Police to photo identifying lads from Lancashire in the club where Jay was, yet Lancashire Police wanted no involvement in the case. Why would Mark ask people to send info to them? Kept hold of everything I had as it didn't trust any of them. They maybe wanted to delete the content. Yeah, well said, Marie. I mean, there's a lot of information which coincides with the Jay Slater case that I don't think they wanted it coming out there at the end of the day. And like I said, if obviously Lancashire Police was bent as the Guardia Civil, we're going to get nowhere on this. Lancashire Police are so incompetent. IMO replying, Marie, when to Colster, you had Nathan's case in South Wales a help, and yet we were told for Jay's case it was not Lancashire jurisdiction. This is what I heard. So they could get involved. So why was Mark WT asking public to send Lancashire Police information? Good point. Perhaps it's being investigated internationally. I think that is it, everyone. Oh, we've got one more here. One Caroline, hi Marvin and Ali. Post the crime reference number, please. We can at least know she reported. Well, she did report it at the end of the day, and I've told her basically not to dig that out now. It was reported 100% because Ali was sending all the documentation to the correct departments. But it doesn't matter now because, like I said, we're not going to get the answers we want unless we get confessions. Ian says 100%. Only the Masons that could overwrite the law. Yeah, definitely. 100% Ian. Chris says he changed his mind when got offered dollars. Got his teeth done. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of money in this game, people. A lot of money. Don't forget, subscribe to Streamline Entertainment, people. Thank you very much for your input. Some really, really interesting stuff. Thank you for Marie for keeping all of that old stuff. It's very, very important. A lot of it I haven't got anymore, but Ali has a lot at the end of the day because I had my obviously email some trolls in there at the end of this, so I had to get rid of the original one. I have got information through my videos, but like I said, keep what you've got because it may come in handy. Thank you very much, people. Don't forget to subscribe to Streamline Entertainment and follow the channel. Appreciate you all. Thank you.